Hi, Sabrina Amel with the Amel Insurance Agency, where we specialize in speed, customer service, and integrity. If you've been watching these videos and like them, they've been helpful to you, please like and share them on Facebook, as well as going over to YouTube and subscribing to our channel, the Amel Agency. And click on the little bell icon so that you can be notified of all of our new videos that we upload. So, I haven't been on here in a couple weeks, which is my bad because I've just been busy with kid stuff. But also looking for a new CSR, and that takes time to interview people and all that. Anyways, so kind of wanted to talk about being tired and what that really means. So back when all my kids were very young and I was staying at home with them, I had this friend. And we both had kids about the same age, so we would get together quite often, like every couple of weeks, and let the kids kind of play, and then we'd catch up and chat a little bit. So we'd get a little bit of girl time while we're being moms at the same time. And the kids were like all over the place, but it was fine because, as long as there weren't any broken bones or blood or anything, they can just play and have a good time. It was not a big deal. There were toys in abundance, so we're always in a corralled area so they could be safe and play and have fun. So one time I remember I was listening to her, and all she was doing was complaining to me about her kids, her husband, and I'm so tired and just tired and I'm exhausted and this family stuff, this mom thing. And I was kind of surprised and shocked because our lives kind of mirror each other, and I pretty much had a very similar situation that she did, and I really enjoyed being a stay-at-home mom. I everything that I've done in my life, I do it wholeheartedly. So I really did, enjoy that time because I made the most of it, and I learned, to be frugal and to cook stuff and take the kids to things. I mean, you do all these things and you're like, I'm a good mom, whatever, and a good wife. So I took pride in my job at the time, which was, very focused on being a stay-at-home mom and a wife. So I didn't understand why she was saying she was so exhausted, and she just looked so unhappy and tired all the time, and I didn't get that. And so, when I was thinking about this topic, it made me think of that time and that particular friend. But let's think about this a little bit and how it can apply to us today as grown-ups and people that are busy and we own our own businesses or we're doing our own thing or whatever. So let's think about what being tired actually means. And I'm sure this has happened to you where you've been talking to someone, or maybe you met up for coffee, and the first thing that people ask, what is it? How are you doing? How's it been going? And if your initial reaction is like, oh gosh, I'm just so tired. Yeah, there's a reason for that. So there are two main situations that will kind of cause that feeling that you're having. One, okay, it's a legitimate gripe. You're sick, you've had no sleep, you've had a long day at work. It could be, you had some physical ailment or something. There can be a gazillion reasons for that. So I'm not really going to go into detail on that one. And that's not really what I'm addressing today. I'm going to address the other issue. The other situation that would cause you to be tired, and that is because you're avoiding a problem that you know is present. So maybe that doesn't make sense to you right now, but let's talk it through. So when you say you're tired, you mean either physically, emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. But you don't, when you say that to someone, that's your response, you don't sit there and evaluate it at the time and then explain. Unless it's like a really good friend, you might. But for the most part, you're not really going to go into too much detail because you yourself haven't really gone through it yourself and evaluated exactly where this is coming from, what area it's coming from, whether it's just physical, emotional, spiritual, mental. You don't do that. You just stop at I'm tired and that's it. But all those things are very much intertwined with each other. So, they're all kind of wrapped around each other, but each of them are a very separate issue. So physically, you will feel tired if any of your energy from any of those sources is zapped or drained. So let me explain. So say you're dealing with a highly emotional issue and you let it fester and control you, you tire yourself out from that. That takes energy. So yeah, it brings you down and it makes you feel tired physically. So another thing is, so you're mentally, you overwork your brain. This is because you don't have any boundaries. You're not scheduling breaks or downtime. You're not giving yourself any time to recharge. That's, like for instance, I do that to myself. Oh, and I hate it. When it's like the commission, I'm doing commission calculations and working on payroll for my staff. And dang it, I will tell you every single time, and it's one day and one day only, that I feel so drained because my head is already, because I've done too much computations up here, so I'm tired physically. So, and then you have the spiritual element that you throw in here because we just, I just like to challenge you, but you'll actually, if you're avoiding addressing a spiritual issue, and you're going to be overwhelmed and sideswept. Why? Because life throws challenges at you. And it comes again and again and again. And sometimes when it rains, it pours. And so we will feel drained and zapped and de-energized and just plain tired if we haven't, done the work to keep ourselves spiritually fit and, close with our God and all that. I mean, just knowing that you have to do that and to be ready for those things. So all these things, whether it's emotional, spiritual, or mental, will affect you physically as well as the physical things. So you've got to keep watch on all of those energy sources, or you unknowingly will you're setting yourself up for feelings of being out of control or being defeated, or just plain feeling depleted of energy, which is also, I'm very tired. So the next time that you are asked that question, and that's what your response wants to be, well, maybe it's time for a little self-care and introspection to address the issues that you might be avoiding in your life, so that you can kind of get yourself out of that funk, because it's going to take some work. I'm not going to lie to you. When you finally realize, what it is that is kind of putting you in that position and feeling that you're tired, you realize, okay, I have to do something about that. And that happens to me, quite a bit when you have kids and business and all this stuff that's kind of going on. You can kind of lose sight of what's important and what you need to focus on. So it's really crucial for you to keep a close watch out for those things so that they don't consume you and throw you for a loop and you're like, oh man, I wasn't ready for that. Because then it just is this vicious cycle. You'll just be tired, and then you'll be more tired and more tired, and then that just kills everything else. And you don't really have the motivation to want to, or the drive to want to do, be productive. And that's definitely what you don't want here. So that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. One of the best and easiest way to support me is to like and share the videos and to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, that's the Amel Agency. You can find us also on Facebook, or you can find me, Sabrina Amel. But I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.